Hello people! So today's video I'm going to be testing out Beauty Bay's new highlighting palette that they have. I'm pretty sure they have 3 or 4 different shade ranges and like tones for the highlights, but this is the one that I'm going to be trying today. I've tested all 4 shades on my face and body as well, face or body, so I've done swatches and everything, so you'll be able to see how they perform, what I think of the formula and everything like that. If you're interested in this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and also make sure that you subscribe. Okay, so basically when this came in the post, it comes in the box that it usually does, and then what Beauty Bay don't usually do is they actually have the palette and everything in like this little plastic bag, which, I don't know, I feel like they could have just done it without the bag because I don't know if you can recycle this, so it's probably not the best. They have it in a little carton as they usually do, so I'm pretty sure there are 3 or 4 different shades of the palettes. So I did get the lightest one because I know it does have a few deeper shades, so I thought this one would be the best for my skin tone, so I'm pretty sure this would be the one for light to medium skin. Get the lightest one, which is called the Delicate Palette. So the box is really cute. It says living my best light, and then this is the palette obviously. So this does retail for £12, which I think is so affordable. You get a mirror like you do in their palettes, and then you get 4 quite big pans actually, and then you obviously get 4 different shades. The formula does say that they're like the bouncy formula, so that kind of means that they're kind of that soft spongy kind of feel that when you press it, it kind of moves in the pan slightly, and I think that's really nice. I feel like highlights that have got this kind of formula are a bit more, you can build them up to be really intense, and they're a bit less powdery and they're a bit more wet looking on the skin. That's what I usually find. Like usually Colourpop ones are like that. They're a lot more wet and more natural and like highlight looking than like a powdery streak that's going to be on your skin. So yeah, really like the packaging and everything, so that's good. So these ones are cruelty free and vegan. I'm pretty sure all of Beauty Bay's line is cruelty free and vegan, so that's the other thing. I'm going to test out all 4 shades. I will figure out a way to put them all on, but I'm pretty sure I'm sure I'm going to be using this shade here, which is called Dazzle. It's like the light gold shade. Probably going to use this on my face, and then I will figure out how to use the rest of the colours. Oh, that's pretty. So because they are that kind of creamy, bouncy kind of formula, it does kind of take like a few dips to pick it up on the brush, I'm finding. When you swatch it with your finger, it comes up straight away. This is the shade Dazzle, which is that guy right there. It's so pretty, and then if I like look straight, you can't see a stripe or anything, so I'm glad that I did get the lightest palette. So I really like this. I think this will be my favourite shade in the palette and will be the one that I use the most on my face. Because look at that. That's really nice. I feel like it's very buildable as well, so if you don't want a really intense highlight, I feel like you can definitely start these off very lightly and then just build it up if you wanted it, but I feel like you could use it as like an everyday highlight as well. So I'm gonna I might actually try putting one on my lid, so I'm gonna try the shade Graceful Glow, and I'm just gonna use my finger actually, pop this on my lid just to see how it looks. I feel like you can obviously use it as an eyeshadow as well. It hasn't gone on as smooth as I would have thought, but obviously I didn't use a brush or anything. I have kind of just gone in with my finger. So I feel like maybe if you used it with a brush, I think it might go on a bit smoother than it has with my finger, but I feel like that looks really nice. Do my brow bone and nose highlight and like inner corners and all that stuff. I'm going to take the shade Precious, which is the lightest shade in the palette, so I think for light skin this is probably going to be your face highlight. So I'm going to add this under my brow bone. This is really nice. inner corner and brow bone highlight. So I do have this peachy shade as well, which is obviously too deep for me, but I might add it like on the body. Maybe I might try that. This is the shade First Light. It's very, very peachy. I feel like you could use this as like a blush maybe. Ooh, that's very nice. It's very bronzy. It looks very peach, but it comes off a bit bronzy, at least on my skin tone anyway. That's a very nice body highlight. I'm gonna try using some setting spray and seeing if it looks any different once I've sprayed my face. I don't know if I can tell a difference. It was already pretty blinding before I did the setting spray. I don't know, can you tell a difference? I don't know. Is it for the palette? The formula is really nice, but when I did, like, just being honest, when I did swatch them on my hand, some of them did come off, like the shade here, the Graceful Glow. It came off a bit patchy when I just swatched it, but, and then obviously on the lids, I do feel like maybe I'd have to use a brush with it because it is like the tiniest patchy. I don't know if you would have been able to see it when I did apply it, but I feel like that is the patchiest shade, but it doesn't bother me that much because one, the whole palette was super affordable anyway, and I'm probably not going to use this shade very often. This shade is obviously going to be my main highlight shade and a clear yes from me. Same with these two. This is a really, really nice body highlight and bronzer, and this I love for the inner corners and the brow bone. So yeah, overall I really, really like the palette. I think it's great for the money, and I do like the formula. I wouldn't say I love it. I have definitely tried better formulas than this, but I think for the money and what you get, I think it's a good way to start. And I don't know, I think Beauty Bay are doing really well with bringing their kind of own line out and stuff like that. So yeah, I do really like it. That is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and also make sure that you're subscribed as well. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.